Hey guys, what's up? It's Daniel with TrailerMountain.com, and today I'm doing a little car camping, and I'm going to be testing and reviewing the Sierra Designs 2-season front country bed. Basically what this is, it's kind of different than any traditional sleeping bag you've ever seen. This is really cool design. It's 2-season, meaning that it's rated down to about 38 degrees. So it's not something that you would want to bring into really cold weather. 38 degrees is the comfort rating on here, the EN rating, and the limit is 28 degrees. I wouldn't take this thing down into below freezing just because I don't think it's going to be warm enough. But for, you know, obviously late summer, fall, this would be a great fall sleeping bag, you know, as long as it doesn't get too cold. So I'm gonna get this thing set up. I have a sleeping pad I'm sitting on right now, and I'm gonna show you why this thing's cool and why you should potentially want to buy one. Alright, so first things first, it has this really nice mesh storage bag, and we're gonna set it up, and I'll move my tripod around just so you can see how this thing sets up. First thing I want to point out, on the bottom side, it has these little They're buttons, really. I mean, they're on these little... It's like a little sleeve, so you could put your sleeping pad inside of it. So that's really going to increase the comfort. It's really also going to reduce your risk of sliding off of this thing in the middle of the night. And they just kind of button in place. But the buttons are for expansion, so you can unbutton these and the pocket gets bigger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sleeping pad, and I'm just going to stuff it inside of it. Like so. So here's the overall design and the setup, and you can see it has this wide oval opening right here. So the way this is different than a regular sleeping bag, and a mummy bag at that, is that basically there is no real zipper to cinch this thing down around you. What it does, basically, this is your blanket. So this opens up. You kind of crawl inside of this thing, pull this thing over you, and you have your pillow or whatever. Kind of just pull it over you like a blanket, just like this. So if you need to get a little too hot in the middle of the night, you can kind of open this thing up and kind of vent. It also has these great little pockets right here for your hands, so you really can like kind of grab and around you and kind of snuggle if you really want to. It is pretty warm. Granted, it's not a cold day right now. As it's on its sleeping pad, the sleeve really helps keep it in place. At the feet has a little flap right here that you can actually vent this and stick your feet out if your feet get too there's the stuff sack for it, but you can get your feet out and kind of vent it if it gets too hot. If not, you kind of just tuck your feet back in and then off you go. Now you're going to be staying nice and warm. This is an excellent car camping sleeping bag, or if you're going someplace where you didn't really mind the extra weight and you wanted to have a really comfortable sleeping system, this is really cool. So I'm 6 foot, about 170 pounds, and I'm on a wide sleeping pad, but this thing is super plush and very comfortable, and I could have a really awesome night's sleep in this thing. Now, as I said, if I really want to kind of snuggle up with this thing, I can just kind of, I'm a side sleeper, so I would just kind of put my hands in these little pockets, curve this around, and then I can tuck this actually over my head to block any draft like that, and I could really get in this thing and really stay nice and toasty. So keep in mind that it's not a winter bag. This is a 100% 2-season bag. It's not going to keep you extremely warm on a cold night, but it says it's rated down to 38 degrees. Alright, so here's where your head would go. As I said, nice and plush. It has this nice little beak right there. Wide open design, just in case you get a little too hot, you could always vent yourself. On the bottom side here, this little flap opens up, and that's how you can vent your feet. If not, it's a double layer flap. Really nice material, very soft. open this, you kind of just open it up just like that. Kind of climb in it, and that's your blanket. It's all attached. It's not going to come off on you in the middle of the night. Nice little Sierra Designs logo right there. Front country bed. So there's all the stuff from the manufacturer, the EN rating, comfort, and limit. 2-season. It is a 600 fill dry down. Really going to help protect against moisture and keep you warm on chilly nights. Not cold nights, but chilly nights. So as I said, on the lid here, these are your little hand warmer pockets, right? You put your hands in here like this, and you can kind of just curve this thing and curl it around you to stay nice and cozy. You don't have to use these, but they're nice, and they're actually kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but they're curved upwards, so they have this nice little slope right here. It's almost like a mitten. I really like that design. Everything is stitched together very nicely. You know, Sierra Designs logo on here. There's hanging loops, so you can hang this thing and store it properly. Even at the feet, there's hanging loops here and here. Huge wide foot box too, which I really like because I like my feet to be able to spread out. Once you're in this thing, you know you're going to get a good night's sleep. You know, pretty much any sleeping pad that you have would work with this kind of a sleep system here. I have a like a wide sleeping pad for this review, but it works really well and it fits right in perfectly, nice and snug. And I know that I'm not going to roll off in the middle of the night and have, like, you know, cold spot, or I'll be on the ground in the middle of the night freezing or anything like that. So pretty cool. Out. That's it. Done deal. Super easy, real convenient. So it's going to keep you warm on a chilly night. Alright guys, so that's my review of the front country bed from Sierra Designs. Here's their website right here. Definitely want to make sure you check these guys out. These guys have been making really high quality backpacking and camping gear, and they've been doing so for a long time, so definitely worth a look at in my opinion. The only thing I would say I wish it had, and it's not really a big necessity, is a drawstring around here, or around at least on the top part, so you can really cinch it around your head. But as I said, it's not really a necessity. It's just something I kind of would have liked to have seen, or maybe just some Velcro that you can kind of cinch it down a little bit better around the head, because it's so wide and rectangular. Other than that, this thing's solid and it's really nice, perfect for car camping or even backpacking if you really don't mind the extra weight. I'm going to compress it down into the stuff sack, and I'll show you how small it compresses. Alright. I like how these things never look like they're going to fit, and then eventually they totally fit. And there you have it. Now this is pretty big compared to, like, say, my quilt. My quilt is half this size, and it's a bit warmer, but if you got a compression bag, this thing would cinch down a lot smaller. I mean, just, pushing on it, putting some weight to it, I can compress this thing down to a little bit smaller. But keep that in mind, it's not like a really, really highly compressible bag. It's not going to get any smaller than that, really. And when you're done, get it out of here, and you put it in your mesh bag. This way it maintains its loft and also protects it. There it is. Easy peasy. Alright, so as I said, the Sierra Designs front country bed is pretty awesome. I really like it for car camping. I wouldn't necessarily backpack with it just because I think it's too big and heavy, and I usually use a quilt, but for car camping, absolutely, this thing is awesome. If you guys have any questions or comments about the front country bed, please make sure you leave those down in my comment section down below, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Also, too, please like, share, and subscribe. It really means a lot when people subscribe to my channel and like what I have to say about the gear that I'm testing. So thanks again for tuning into my latest video. Please keep checking back for more gear reviews, outdoor-related hodgepodge, gear talk, and giveaways. And if you want to win $1,400 worth of backpacking gear, make sure you click on that video at the end of this video for my raffle. We're raising money for Big City Mountaineers. It's over $1,400 worth of brand new backpacking gear. We're raising money for Big City Mountaineers for our John Muir Trail thru hike this August. So thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it. Take care, guys. Get outdoors.